Hey guys, welcome to part 7 of the Extreme Auxbeam light bar torture test. Now you might notice a slightly different scenery today. Now I've been doing these videos in the shop where I work. It's really noisy there. We've got air lines leaking, we've got the furnace kicking on, we've got trains passing by. Hard to get anything done there, so we're trying something a little different. Obviously it's a little too cold to do it outside, so we're going to try this, see how it works, and go from there. But here we are, part 7. I do miss my nifty little stainless steel bench, but I've got hands, so we'll just go ahead and hold on to this thing. Today we've got a 42-inch straight light bar. It's a combination spot beam, flood beam, and it uses the regular cone style reflectors. Gives you great flood lighting effect and still gives you a pretty good spot too. Now if you want to see how bright this light bar is, I've already done a video of this exact same light bar on my channel. Go ahead and check that out. But today we're not interested in how bright it is. Today we're interested in finding out how durable it is. Now a couple videos back we did the old dragging it behind the car test. Drug it down the asphalt for a while, took it down an old dirt road, banged it down the dirt road through some potholes, things like that. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go ahead and take this 42-incher and we're going to drag it through the mud holes and whatnot behind my big mud truck. Drag it through some water, through some mud, things like that. See how it holds up. And see what other kind of fun stuff we can do to this thing to abuse it. And then when we're all done beating on it and abusing it, we're going to go ahead and check it out and maybe put it in a pond and see if it's still waterproof after we're all done. Alright, well we've tried dragging one down the road, but we got a little bit bigger light bar, so we need a little bit bigger truck. We're going to go ahead and drag it through some mud and see what happens. Still works, but it's a little dirty. If only we could find a pond to wash it off in. Alright, the neighbor was kind enough to let us use the pond to wash this thing off, and I believe it's about 10 foot deep down there. I mentioned before the IP67 waterproof rating means these things should be able to go up to a meter deep, so about 3 foot deep. But we're going to test to see how it does at about 10 foot deep. See how that works out. Alright, let's try it out. Still looks dry. Alright, let's try it again, plugged in this time. All right, one more try. Still looks good. All right, well, we got it nice and muddy. Then we washed her off in a pond. And you can see, here is still no signs of water behind the lens. A little fast there, I guess you can't see, but it's still nice and dry. Held up pretty good. But you know we can't stop there. All right, so far so good. We haven't broke it yet. But it's got me thinking, what if we put it in that mud hole over there and run it over with these big old 49-inch military tires? I mean, these things weigh probably 400 or 500 pounds each, not to mention the weight of the truck, so that just might break it. You know, we gotta find out. All right, let's see if we can break this thing. Put it right in front of the tire so we know we're gonna hit it. Now I'm going to go ahead and unplug it just in case it shorts out. Alright, let's drag it up, see if it still works. I'll go ahead and plug it back in first. It'll make it more exciting when we pull it out. Alright, well, we drug it through the mud a few times. We washed it off in a pond about 10 foot deep. And then we went ahead and stomped it into the mud hole with a big old Chevy. And look at that. Still working. Only problem is we got it pretty muddy again. And I got to thinking, if this thing flexed when we ran it over, it could have compromised the waterproof seal around the lens there. So maybe we got to go ahead and wash it off in the pond one more time and see if it's still waterproof after getting run over. Alright, let's wash it off one more time, see if it's still waterproof. Well, we didn't do a very good job washing it, but still waterproof, still working good. Well, you can see after all that, it's still dry on the inside. That's pretty cool. Still definitely plenty muddy, but I'd say that's a pretty good light bar. I think we can go ahead and give this one a break and move on to our next victim. Now, I couldn't end this video just yet. I mean, after all, light bars are made to be used in the dark, right? So I couldn't help it. I had to find out what this light bar looks like underwater after dark. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, now we can end the video. I'll see you for the next one.